YouTube!
How's it going, YouTube?
It's Pika!
And Chrome Shadow.
And welcome to our first annual Memorial Day double feature.
That's right. Today we're going to be honoring our heroes in the military and armed forces by looking at the comic book movies of our futures.
Because every man and woman in the armed forces is a hero to us.
So here's what we're going to be doing. Today, as it's part one, we're going to look at some of the comic book movies that we're not so excited about.
And these are ordered by release date from earliest to latest at the time of this video.
So, without further ado, let's begin.
Ant-Man. In theaters, July 17th of 2015.
Oh no, Pika! The technology from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids has been weaponized. Ah! Seriously though, this movie's gonna get shredded by comic fans for all the changes in the characters and the plot.
And the sad part is, it's not gonna have anything to do with whether Paul Rudd, the actor playing Ant-Man, does a good job or not.
It has a lot to do with a character named Hank Pym. You see...
Wait! Chrome! We gotta have a spoiler warning here.
Alright. Spoilers! If you don't want to know comic book information about Ant-Man, skip ahead. You have been warned. The MCU Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas, is actually going to be a mentor to Paul Rudd's Ant-Man. But that's not who Hank Pym is. Hank Pym has been Ant-Man along with other characters.
In the comics, Hank Pym's the one who made Ultron 1.
Wait, shouldn't we have given a spoiler warning for that bit of information?
Okay, so just to clarify, Ultron 1 is not the same character as in Avengers 2. And before anyone still gets on me about spoilers, the title of the movie is Avengers Age of Ultron. He might be involved. Just a little bit.
Guys, the point is that they've changed the Ant-Man continuity. In turn, changing the Hank Pym continuity, giving him less to do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Now we know that comics are open to changes, especially when moving from one medium to another. However, Hank Pym is too important in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for them to change him as much as they did.
It'd be like making Eddie Brock Spider-Man, and then having Peter Parker be his uncle that's mentoring him in how to be Spider-Man. It just don't work.
Long story short, we will not be seeing this in the theaters, nor will we be buying it at the store. We maybe will rent it, but that's a big maybe.
Fantastic Four, in theaters August 7th, 2015.
Ugh, this movie.
Yeah, neither one of us were really big Fantastic Four fans to begin with, but at least we enjoyed the last two movies.
Then they had to go and give the whole series a reboot.
Which means they had to reboot the origin story, and that's really all they showed us in the trailer, the origin story. That's not a trailer, we already know what their origin is.
Seems like they're trying to make the Fantastic Four into a teenage drama with the afterthought of it being a superhero movie. And then there's Doctor Doom.
Man, I've never seen a less threatening version of this major Marvel villain. I mean, look at him. He looks like Doctor Doom's little brother that wanted to play dress-up. I swear, guys, this Doctor Doom is going to be a far cry from the one in the comics. I mean, this kid's supposed to be the leader of Latveria?
And what about what they did to the Invisible Woman? She's one of the strongest female characters in all of Marvel. She's funny, smart, strong, and the backbone of the entire team. Now they just made her a love interest.
Guys, as far as this movie goes, no. Just no. Batman vs. Superman.
In theaters, March 25th of 2016. Now this is a movie that we're trying to be excited for, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
My main problem with it is the metal batsuit. I mean, Batman did not have to become Iron Man to defeat Superman.
When Superman and Batman would square off in the show, animated movies, or comics, Batman would use his stealth and strategy to defeat the son of Krypton, not a metal suit. I feel like they really missed the mark on this one.
And then there's Superman. And Superman has to be done a very specific way, or the Batman thing may not work. You see, Superman's always been considered the Boy Scout of the superheroes, always trying to do what's best. But there's also a certain hubris about him. He's so strong that he rarely feels threatened, and therefore is off his guard. That's his weakness.
Along with the kryptonite thing and the red sun thing.
In order to utilize this, Batman has to go with a stick-and-move style of fighting, and to know that Superman will always be chasing him, not just standing there waiting for him. One wrong move, and it's over.
It's like the Scarecrow levels of Arkham Asylum. Batman has to hide and sneak to make every shot count.
If Batman fights Superman head-on, he's dead. And that's what it seems like the movie's trying to do. Batman is not Iron Man. He's not Tony Stark. He may have billions of dollars, but he also has ninja training, and not just a bunch of technology.
As far as the movie goes, if it turns out good, we'll see it, but more than likely not in theaters. X-Men Apocalypse.
In theaters, May 27th, 2016.
Now this one we're a little bit excited for, but we're more nervous to see what's going to happen with it.
I was happy to see that the other X-Men movies were erased and they brought everyone back, but it seems like this in-series reboot left a lot open.
I mean, we're glad that they were back on track as far as movies go, but then at the end of Days of Future Past...
Spoilers!
Right. If you haven't seen X-Men Days of Future Past and you don't want the end credit scene spoiled for you, then you might want to skip this part. So at the end of the movie, we saw this guy, who was supposed to be this guy.
So now we have a main villain in the X-Men series, Apocalypse, the big boss. Unless you count the other villains that have made appearances in the TV show and comics.
Shouldn't you have given a spoiler alert before that?
Well, if someone's mad that I gave away spoilers for an over 10-year-old TV show, I don't know what to tell them.
So we have a great villain.
Mm-hmm.
We have all our heroes back.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not excited for this movie? Well, here's the thing. We don't know what's canon and what's not canon.
Basically, we don't know what they left in or what they took out, so we don't know how excited we should be.
And with that fact, and the fact that it's so early before the movie, we don't know whether we're going to see it in theaters or not. But we are more nervous than excited.
The next Spider-Man movie.
Release date, July 28th of 2017. This movie is a few years off, so there's a lot of time for a view of it to change. But from what we know about it as of now, we're really not that excited.
Pika and I are both big fans of Spider-Man, but this is Spider-Man's second reboot. And the first series was... disappointing, to say the least. And then there was the second series, titled The Amazing Spider-Man. But that ended quickly, and then people started giving hate to the actor that played Spider-Man. I thought he did a good job.
And there were talks of a Sinister Six movie and a Venom movie. And now there's no plans whatsoever.
All we want is a decent Spider-Man movie with a couple of symbiotes. Venom and Carnage. Is that so hard?
But I thought Venom was at the end of the last movie in the first series, with Sandman and the Green Goblin on the hoverboard.
That was not Venom. That was a feral Eric Foreman with a bad skin condition.
That bad, huh?
The things wrong with that movie could fill an entire review. And it just might.
We do have some hope for this movie, though. With Marvel in charge and the amount of time they have, it should be a better movie.
Even though these are the same people that brought you the Spider-Man story One More Day. What?
This is where you tell them about the comic, right?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm worried about the safety of our viewers. If I tell them about it, they'll read it and their heads might explode. Fine. But first, spoilers! If you don't want to hear about the story or the ending of One More Day, which you shouldn't be reading in the first place, please feel free to skip to this time. Spider-Man and Mary Jane make a deal with Mephisto, the devil of the Marvel Universe, to save Aunt May's life by sacrificing their marriage. It's a stupid story that you shouldn't be reading and needs to be removed from continuity. Its one redeemable quality is that it's flammable. But I'm sure it's going to be better than that was. I mean, honestly guys, we have hope for this movie, we just aren't excited about it.
Wow.
What? Spider-Man is serious business.
Thank you so much for watching, guys!
Remember, this is only part one of a 2-part Memorial Day double feature, so we will be releasing another video tomorrow.
And the other video tomorrow is gonna be...
Wait!
Really? We need a spoiler warning here?
Hey, what if somebody wanted to be surprised tomorrow?
I'm going to punch you.
Hey, spoilers. What if I wanted to be surprised about the punch?
Was it still a surprise?
Yep!
And tomorrow's bonus video is the comic book movies that we are excited for. What comic book movies are you excited for? What ones are you not excited for? Go ahead and leave us a comment below and let us know. And also, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with us and the community of nerds.
But while you're down there, don't forget to high-five that like button. Like that. And until then, I'm Chrome Shadow.
And I'm Pika.
And we're
a couple of nerds.